Come on, enough procrastinating. Let's go. In adventuring, as in business, you always have to seize the opportunity while it's there. Come on, enough procrastinating. Let's go.
Gather!
Don't blink! Huh? Nowhere to hide. Speed of light! Incoming! Hey! Don't blink! With sword comes shadow. Speed of light. Incoming. Don't blink.
Solidify!
Speed of light. Cut to the chase. Don't blink. Hey!
I will have order! Tja. Gather!
Speed of light. Nowhere to hide. Incoming. Don't blink. Hey! Cut to the chase. Speed of light. Don't blink.
Solidify!
Just what is that growing on that slime's head?
Gather! Yeah. This is order. Rise!
Nowhere to hide. Don't blink. Hey!
Stabilize!
Ad Astra Abyssos. Thank you for completing to...
No wonder you're a master.
Boats.
Excuse me, did you happen...
You mean the village keepers? When I was eating
okay.
anything...
The scholars that have gone missing don't change the...
Right, but honestly,
Do you also think...
Grandpa, it still feels, well, whatever.
Gotcha. Sir, have you seen my grandpa recently?
Oh, the last time I...
Oh, think... Yeah.
I've known you since...
Wow, what? Okay.
Huh? Don't say anything for... Let's head over there. Stay quiet.
really gonna come back from the dead?
Listen, see if you can make out what they're saying.
Have you heard? Yes, of course I have. King Deshret is the one and only true still. You say he's coming. Haven't you noticed? Delavar was saying that many people... Isn't it a sign? Huh. Now that... Exactly. Those...
Now, repeat everything you've just said.
Huh? Who are you?
My patience is running thin. You heard what I asked.
Yeah, bro, this guy's something else. Let's not get on his back. Oh, okay, good sir. What is it you would like to know?
Tell me about...
Well, I only know a few things from... Hey, it's true. It's all true, sir. Would you want to live like this? Delavar also said...
Is that...
Seems... Got it. Please.
The people here really like King Deshret, but this...
Where is...
I haven't run into him. No, not a...
Sounds like you're not too close.
No, of course not. All we know...
I have many ways to stop you from talking, so you'd best just stay home and hope I don't hear it. Don't do anything.
Yes.
That scared Paimon half to death. Sino is pretty terrifying. He didn't try to reassure us at all. It's like he's used to hearing that. Oh,
I heard that.
sorry.
It's part of being a mob. The rumor we heard just now seems like a strong lead. But we need to... Very well.
Isak!
I'm here.
Where's your grandpa's house?
Well, I can take you. Grandpa, he likes to be alone. Sometimes he stares at the sky in a daze, and other times he just pokes at the ground with his fingers. Every now and then, he yells out at the top of his lungs, so a lot of people are really scared of him. But he's a good person, really. I know he is. I swear, he's just like my real grandpa. Well, this is where...
There sure isn't much here.
No.
Incense? Please don't say it's the same one as before, but are you okay?
There's a scent that you can sense.
A certain
So, you know...
Huh? You know it...
Yes.
Wait, surely
No. No need. Did you first encounter this scent at Tainari's house? In the forest.
Oh,
Gather!
What are you looking for, Sino?
Here it is. Take a look right here. Although the trait from the size and shape, the scent is quite faint.
but who would come...
We'd have to ask whoever lured him away.
Huh? So you can lure... Hey! What's...
Exactly. Even deep within the
No,
So, someone's taking advantage? Are the rumors really true? Could the disappearance...
It's highly
please. You have to save my grandpa.
Sounds like we'd better...
Let's head to Aru.
Right.
We're back, Candace! We've got a lot to tell you.
Ah, welcome back.
Oh, dear!
You bet.
Reasonable.
We haven't seen him...
Huh. Did you find out any... I see.
The resurrection of King Deshret? First I've heard of it. Far as I know, the kind of incense you just mentioned is only popular beyond the wall. Scholars are fond of it, but as you can see, there aren't many scholars still studying around these parts. No seller would be able to make a profit here. Not to mention making... It seems somewhat...
Makes sense.
So,
If it was any up, didn't you say that the village...
if Paimon remembers correctly...
Ah, yeah. Delavar, the scar-riddled... These guys have one thing in common, and that's being broke. The rougher life gets, the more they want to believe in King Deshret. Way they see it, King Deshret's resurrection is their only chance at... Throwing all of Sumeru into chaos is the only way to change the way of life here in the desert. Anyway, that's my guess why they've chosen...
Tia! You're amazing! You really know...
No, Merc.
Let's head out.
Now hold on,
Why?
Aru Village is not a big place. Outsiders, the desert is compared to you, mercs like me are just third-rate amateurs. I've got no actual fighting skills to... I need to go around and... Good. Then we've got a plan. The Traveler and Paimon will go to Caravan...
Alright! Sounds like a plan! Well, here we are again!
Sounds like you're starting to get familiar with the area.
Paimon's amazed.
I know what you mean. I had the same question. Also, why is this high wall here? And can a wall really block? It was only after I grew up that I realized. The wall of Samiel, Sumeru is run... We're cheap labor. Even if a child from the desert got the chance to obtain an Akasha terminal, almost all their requests for knowledge would be denied. Geniuses like Satari are... I would tear down this wall with my own hands if I could.
Hey, Thea.
No. Besides,
Yep, we gotta catch...
Shh! Caravan Rebot is crawling with people, so our mission started the moment we arrived. Let's go check out the tavern. Just our luck. None of them are here today.
You mean, you don't...
Tia, is that you? What a coincidence. You're...
Zaki.
Oh, and who do you have with you here? Guests from another land? Hello, hello.
Anyway, as far as my friend...
Absolutely.
Yeah. Have you seen...
Of course I have.
I've got a spice trading deal.
Ah.
Hey, keep it down. Let's just say I prefer to keep this deal a secret. Y'all at Caravan Rebot are...
Yes, how considerate of you.
Are we there yet?
Yep.
This place is practically deserted. What are they doing in a place like this?
Why don't you take a guess? Go on. Oh,
Oh no! It's an ambush!
What's this all about, Zaki?
come on, Dia. You really... Not only do I know that you're looking for Delavar, I also know that you've teamed up with people from the Academe...
So, you've been...
Uh-oh.
and you left the...
So you and Delavar...
But you got one thing.
If that's the case,
I'll be honest with you. If it weren't for what you said in the village, your little monologue about the wall...
Delavar. And Enger, you're here too, huh?
Long time no...
Dia.
Yeah,
See? There...
you're not wrong.
Enough talking! Get him!
Just as I expected. Let's teach him a lesson, traveler.
Following or solidify!
Speed of light! With sword comes shadow. Incoming! Hey! Don't blink! Nowhere to hide. Incoming!
Take my leave. Impossible!
So, what do you think about your meticulous network now, Zaki? I'm guessing you're in... And of course, you... Even though you heard that so-called... That's what you thought. And you were stupid enough to fall for it. I figured as much the first time we drank together. You all thought you were so smart. Pathetic. Okay, that should...
Whoa! So you've been planning this since we were in...
No task can be done with...
Oh!
Those two who were snooping around were just a couple small fry.
Oh! You mean...
That's just a bunch of drunk talk. Enger and Delavar like to talk. Alcohol has...
What about...
He's just a numbskull who fell right into our trap. Zaki was probably the best hidden of them all. My initial plan was to find Delavar. That's what you wanted to act...
Wait! So he's a radical too?
No, he isn't. I just needed to...
Wow! What a genius idea!
Ah, you're too kind. It was straight from the...
So...
Hmm?
About how mercenary...
Does that bother you? What makes you so sure?
Dia? Do you...
You two are pretty sharp. No, I don't have anything against the Dendro Archon. I've heard a lot of nice... Dunyarzad's just an ordinary... I've begun to reel, but I see through it all.
Dia...
Anyway, looks... This should be all of them.
All right. I'll be in touch.
Candace?
Candace will be okay. She's been guarding Aru village for quite...
While I'm questioned...
I'll meet you back here tomorrow morning, traveler. As for these idiots...
Hey, Dia!
Right on time.
Paimon's been...
We've known each other for...
Oh, Paimon...
Yep, I get us mercs on the...
Well, Paimon think...
Really?
Oh, Cyno's here!
Yes. I was here yesterday to help out a little.
To help out? By doing what?
Sharing some
Oh!
Right.
Come on in, everyone.
Come on, let's go inside.
Candace, where... Whoa, you look furious.
Do I?
Oh, there's no.
Perhaps I need to work up still.
Yes, please.
Well, looks like Sino taught her well.
You fear death. The ones you call mad scholars are known to us as the Village Keepers. They are vital members of our community. You come here.
You've made your.
We may all beat the people of Aruville. A war would only.
I'll tell you everything.
I'm listening.
They're called Village Keepers. Slip up again.
Yes, it was all that mystery man's doing. He told us to spread the word about King Deshret's resurrection and talked us into helping him.
That's one.
Huh?
Strike.
Wait, he got us to Lord. You gotta believe me.
That was indeed the truth. Traveler, go on.
You have to believe me. He,
I believe I may know what's going.
Uncle Anpu.
Okay.
If my some time ago, it strikes me now.
Which means it's.
Not the academia again.
Just as I thought. But what could they want with the.
People are nothing but. Regardless.
You're right. Isaka's still waiting.
Time to go. Let's leave the village and try to track.
Yes.
You got it.
All right.
Let's meet back here. Let's get some food in us and then we'll... Woo! Where did you come from?
Well, as you can see, I am merely sitting here and reviewing what we have to do.
You were gone for... Hey, what's with the...
You never
Paimon's so mad! Paimon's gonna give you an ugly nickname! There's just nothing
Well, anyway.
Yep. We're not gonna find out anything more by staying here. Enough with the silence!
No. I'm just surprised that you decided to team up.
All Hatham. You haven't helped us out at all ever since we arrived at Aru Village. Bold of you to question our choices.
Yeah, you're all...
While you were investigating.
Really?
To be honest, not to mention.
Huh? Right?
Correct.
What did you learn?
I'm going to take you to...
What is that?
How do you think the residents of Aru Village feel about what we're doing? In other words, do you truly believe every single word the village...
You mean...
Hiding the truth that... Remember what Candace... By contrast, the perils of their daily lives are ever-present concerns. Glad you're following along. Among those you have... The reason be...
Don't change this.
It's quite obvious.
Right.
She corrected herself.
I think it's been a few days since I last saw them. I usually go to bed pretty early.
Remember? She made a point of...
But honestly, I feel quite sympathetic.
After speaking to the village chief, it became... By getting involved with an...
I'll pass on this. You said that she is...
We're on it.
Miss Shawnee,
Mr. O.
go ahead and talk to her. Go on.
Is it really that simple?
May I call you Traveler? Hi, Traveler. Do you think the resurrection of King Deshret can truly change Sumeru for the better? Why's that? That's before. Traveler, do you believe our lives will get better?
Yeah, but even so, we have friends in Sumeru.
I want my apologies for posing my...
I'll told that...
The fact is that only one side of my family is desert folk. Some believe in the Dendro Archon.
Speaking of which, the rat...
Yeah, slowly, I just stopped talking to... And then it happened.
You can tell them.
Alright, I actually... Perhaps it used to be
I confirmed this with the bot. Because we're in the middle of...
There's really no...
I think they used to use it for treating Elazar.
Yeah! Is this the place? It's in terrible shape. Ah! Monsters! Watch out! Speed of light.
Incoming! Hey! Don't blink! Speed of light! Incoming! Hey!
Solidify! I will have order!
Don't blink! With sword comes shadow. Incoming!
No, my sword! Rain outlines your fate. Witness the power of Gugwa.
Don't blink! Hey! Nowhere to hide.
They were easier to, He looks super serious. We gotta stay on our A game, too.
This is the one.
Let's go in and take...
Hey, we haven't...
Patience. Shawnee says she only hears the crying at night. We have time to burn. Until then... I'm taking a break.
And just like that, he's... What are you reading?
Okay, sure. So,
Oh, Paimon gives up. You keep reading your book. See ya! How is he so relaxed? Look at him, reading an impossible book in a creepy place like this. Hey, Paimon... And anyway, it's not Paimon's fault that the book... Paimon's getting so sleepy. Huh? What was that sound?
there it is. It's coming from that direction.
Is the sound coming from here? Huh. Paimon's not seeing anything.
It's from below.
But...
Something is off about the interior here. As I thought.
Wow. It's like they... Oh, it looks like there are other...
Yes.
This is order.
Speed of light. Hey! With sword comes shadow. Got lucky that time. Incoming.
Gather!
Speed of light.
Stabilize! Quake!
Don't blink. Hey!
I'll be back.
Incoming.
Solidify!
Don't blink! Cut to the chase!
Gather! Solidify!
Speed of light! Hey! Incoming! Nowhere to hide! One step back, two for...
Stabilize!
The process of elimination.
Speed of light!
Gather! I will have order!
Rain cutter! Incoming! Cut to the chase! That's everything. On to the next. Don't blink! Speed of light!
Stabilize!
Incoming! Hey! Speed of light!
Solidify! Order guide you!
With sword comes shadow. Incoming. That's everything. On to the next.
Good eye.
Look, there's someone over. Good idea. Let's approach.
Wait. You're...
He can't speak. And also, what?
Didn't expect to see him.
You know
He's Razak, a senior of mine at...
he's a scholar.
No. Razak was never involved in any of those things. Leaving that question aside, looks like they've already taken everyone away. For whatever reason, they left Razak here. There are drag marks on the ground. They're clearer by the doorway. Someone was forceful.
Loaded.
That is one possibility. It looks like they were in a hurt. The symptoms are...
Huh?
Allow me to jog your... Don't you think his symptoms look familiar?
Oh!
Correct. It isn't difficult to deduce the rationale. First, these rumors were all the persuasion that, as well as being able to life for the desert dweller, many would give, even if complications are... The notion of an act...
Oh, that makes a... But there's...
Throughout this process, first, they were scholars. Then, they became lunatics. After that, they were exiles. And finally, they become missing persons. An exile is if you can't find someone.
Resource?
One possibility.
Extract?
With the technology, perhaps the process...
So, the human brain... Nope, nah, Paimon doesn't want to think about this.
I'm the academia's... Anyway, judging by Razak's state, the content, or perhaps his curiosity...
Paimon's a little...
The look on your face tells me you've realized the answer. That's right. However, the academia is... I've spent quite...
You mean, you're not...
All scholars see extracting information...
Sounds like you're really against...
Of course. The academia, whether it be academics or knowledge, this matter needs to be corrected. Just like fixing a...
Wait! Didn't you step in to help because you felt sympathy for those poor people?
Not to be callous, but no. My criteria... There is no shortage of suffering in Sumeru. And the same can be said for the...
Probably not.
You can say that. Simply put, I don't blindly play. The divine knowledge capsule is something I want to investigate in full. That doesn't mean...
Paimon's been wanting to say this for a while. There are a lot of bad guys in the academia, but you're not one of them.
You're probably right. Though I must say, I quite enjoy this feeling of being... Uniqueness is also an asset, is it not?
Wow, that's a great way to think about it. Paimon's really...
I'm just a more likable person than her in general. He won't last long if we leave him here. We'll work out our next step after we return to Aru.
we're back.
You must be tired. You...
What's the situation?
Who's this?
Unfortunately, somebody who's too young to take on the role of Isak's grandfather. Nevertheless, he's one of the people we're trying.
So, at one point in time, the abandoned...
Yep, pretty much.
Their plan must have been implemented at some point before we arrived at Aru village. Since yet, they fled once we were headed to the village. Almost as if they...
Yeah, why is that?
We may have a mole in our midst. One of us could be secretly revealing our whereabouts to the academia.
Huh? Are our friendships that shallow?
Looks like none of you have realized wherein lies the issue. Sino, you're the reason why they can...
Wait, what's that supposed to mean?
Choose your next words very carefully.
It is simply a logical inference. I have my reasons.
So what you're saying is... Sino's the mole. Interesting. And here I thought you were the most suspicious one.
I know. You have a point. But I realized something as we were returning from the hospital. Sino isn't like any of us.
What are you trying to say?
Do you still remember who you are? As a Matra, you are no doubt privy to certain kinds of information. Before you can take action against someone, simply put, the academia has if you want to raise...
The academia is monitoring me?
It's not that simple. The academia has eyes all over Sumeru, but they have a every so often comes in Yagarbaha. I remember seeing
You're saying that the academia entered my information into the Akasha too, but what's the point in doing that? My actions...
The Akasha is capable of computation. The Akasha's algorithms are entirely capable of predicting your movements using the data entered.
It predicted my every move.
The academia has been watching you longer than you think. However, the fact that you resign...
So that's how it is. Sino adheres to his principles, so tenacity of will and steadfast faith are worthless to the academia. They need scholars who are easily... Sino, don't take it to heart. This just proves how much of a trust...
They escaped.
Don't blame yourself. It's not like any of us would have known.
I have an idea. If they've predicted my movements...
Whoa, you bounced back fast.
There is always an opportunity for safety after danger passes.
Oh, so that's how it is. If the academia is trying to avoid Sino, then the Yep, that's...
They'll want to proceed in the direction opposite of where I'm going. I must go.
There's also something I want to investigate.
Let's go, guys!
And please, wait! I want to go I want to find...
Everyone, I leave him in your hands.
Yay! Let's... Paimon feels like... So, where do we go from here?
Yes. After leaving the village, we should head straight toward the desert.
know the desert like the back of my hand.
Is that because you play here a lot?
Yep. One time, Grandpa almost got lost in the desert, but I was the one who brought him back.
There's something here. What's this?
It's buried in the sand.
And Paimon thought running around everywhere was already enough work. Okay. So,
These are likely fragments of an academia developed. Looks like there were more than one village keeper. Let's split up and search the area.
is this what we're searching for?
This is definitely a device.
How did it end up buried in the sand? I can't. It must have been attacked along the way.
Wait, what?
Grandpa, I hope you're okay.
Don't worry, your grandpa's gonna be
Razak didn't
We should be able to catch up.
One more thing. I believe the attack must have happened prior to the sandstorm.
Let's keep going. They can't have gone.
Ugh, but running on sand is so tiring.
But you're flying, aren't you, Paimon? Is flying over sand tiring too?
Ugh, of course it is.
Voices, over there. It sounds like an argument.
Whoa, you have really good ears.
Don't get any closer. They'll notice us.
Dia's talking with the Eremites? Very interesting. Let's listen in.
If you had informed me sooner, there'd be plenty of—
You're one of us. We would never lie.
Scholars. You don't know as much as I do. Need me to—
I knew it.
Tia? Why would you? Tia!
Hey, what are you doing?
Huh?
Didn't you say you'd help me find Grandpa? What?
This
You've betrayed Aru village?
So, this dear, you'd be...
I'm not the type that's—
Wait, what's going on, Dia? Whose side are you on here?
Shut it, Paimon.
It doesn't matter. Whichever side you pick, nothing can deter us from the grand mission.
Face the facts, Raman. It's not gonna happen. You should understand—
I'm a desert dweller and a proud follower of King Deshret. Whether...
It's not too late yet. The village keep—
You don't understand, my dear lady.
Even if it'll expose you to the academia? Even if they end—
Yes. We've waited a long time for this day to come. The sun and what these scholars in our...
Ridiculous. If you still don't believe me, then try asking these two men. They're also against the academia, but neither of them are as arrogant as you are.
They look more like pawns of the academia. Filthy traitors. Your god
It's impossible. Perhaps we...
Do you really believe that by kidnapping the scholars, you'll be able to negotiate with the academia? These people have no value as bargaining chips. These scholars were exiled from the academia. I, on the other hand...
Wait, you can't be serious.
So, you want to...
Precisely.
What are you thinking? What if they decide to kill you instead?
Well, that would be bad. However, I'd get... I'm not trying to...
You were the scribe.
Not all desert dwellers...
You academia scum.
Not so fast. I'll hate them. Do you stand by everything you just said? You know you're making a dangerous decision.
I do.
Good. Raman, hear me out. These people are my friends. Maybe you can't...
We've known each other for...
In that case, I'm willing to vouch for their honesty with my right... Come on, Raman.
What if you refuse to oblige? What should I do then? No one's a fool here, Dia. We're mercs. And mercs don't tend to live long, and the...
You're not wrong, but this is different. I promised my friend...
Let's do it right here, then. Give me your right arm as proof of your resolve.
Don't listen to him!
That's fine.
Are you crazy?
We came here to save lives. One arm for that many people is still a pretty good deal, if you ask me. Raman...
Sure. Go ahead and cut off her right arm.
No! Dia! What are you gonna do? Think of something!
You don't have to go.
That's not for you to
do it! Stop!
What's wrong? Can't do it?
Flame Mane, you and I are both desert folk. Cutting up... You've shown me that you're serious. Go on now,
Phew. I was really counting on...
Dia! That was...
Then I just have to hold my claymore with my left arm. Okay.
Don't ever make a promise like that again. I can deal if it came down to it.
I don't doubt it, Sino. But even if we got rid of...
I'm sorry, Dia. I should have stayed...
It's okay. I promised you I'd help find your...
Whatever it takes? You just...
Huh? Are you...
The Eremites once said that I...
Why does it feel like he's using his praise for me as an excuse to brag about himself? Okay, let's get moving.
Grandma, is King Deshret really gonna come back?
You're all here so early.
Looks like we have everyone here. East...
I'll watch from a safe distance.
Okay.
Dia, wait.
What's the matter?
I heard that you were...
Huh. They got here before.
Uh-oh. Is it because Paimon overslept by 5 minutes and held everyone up?
Is everything ready?
Absolutely. You brought fewer people than I.
Bring 'em out.
Grandpa! Why is there only...
Raman, I've always thought of you as a man of...
It's a 1-for-1. And let me put it this way. Agreeing...
You stay right there!
Flame! What do you think you're doing?
Grandpa!
Don't you see this blade here?
You coward! Why are your hands shaking?
Wait a second! It's a earthquake!
Paimon's dizzy.
This day's going...
The sand dune collapsed. I saw an energy field. It glowed green with dendro. Just like you said. The dendro archon.
Grandpa?
Hey.
There used to be...
It seems that when the sand dune... The symbols on the... It could have been an underground palace and...
Oh, a miracle. Praise!
What's he doing here?
They must have fallen down here. Most of them seem in real...
Mind your head.
No, this isn't...
He's...
As it happens.
What are you doing?
Don't you think it's curious? Two major deity...
Paimon thought you weren't...
Indeed. New discoveries are...
Raman, what are you gonna do?
I'll just let them lay...
It's full of life here. This defies comprehension.
Yeah, and there's so many plants. It's so...
Sir Rama.
Huh? Are you mocking?
Interpret it however you want.
Whatever you say.
There's nothing to be
It does seem...
light! Hey! Don't blink! Huh. Incoming! Huh?
Stabilize!
Speed of light! Hey! Nowhere to hide. Incoming! Hey! Speed of light! Incoming! Cut to the chase! Don't blink!
Solidify! This is order!
Speed of light! Hey! With sword comes shadow.
Solidify!
Speed of light!
Gather!
Don't blink! Hey! Nowhere to hide!
Stabilize! Order guide you!
Speed of light! Cut to the chase! Don't blink! Hey!
Solidify!
Speed of light! Incoming! Speed of light! Hey!
It's full of life here. This defies comprehension.
Yeah, and there's so many plants. It's so...
Sir Rama.
What? Huh? Are you mocking me?
Interpret it however you want.
Whatever you say.
There's nothing to be...
It does seem...
Solidify!
Don't blink! Cut to the chase! Speed of light! Hey!
Gather!
Nowhere to hide.
Solidify! I will have order! Stabilize!
Incoming. Cut to the chase.
Solidify!
Don't blink. Hey! In adventuring, as in business, you always have to seize the opportunity while it's there.
It's a sight to see. King Deshret's splendor surrounds us.
There's so much vegetation here. It's different than what I expected.
Sure are a lot of plants for a desert.
That's what I call divine providence of King Deshret.
It's getting brighter! Oh, it looks so beautiful!
Wait. What's that?
A load of flowers. And it looks like there's something among them.
These are...
They left something behind.
What does it say?
Here lies his wisdom is a mirror.
You can read?
Of course.
He's not serious.
There's still something. The scent of love.
Is this it?
Analyzing.
There seems to be a... Excellent. There's a device from King...
Isn't sharing...
Yes. You'll understand after watching it.
Civilization is born of knowledge, but so too can knowledge be its demise. A disaster caught us unaware. It was knowledge that did not belong to this world. King Deshret brought this forbidden knowledge into our world, and it quickly spread like a plague. People's minds were filled with crazed whispers. Dark gray scales spread across their bodies. Even the land was stripped of its vigor. Only a desperate, deathly silence remained. Were it not for greater Lord Rukkhadevata from the forests, the damage would have been irreversible. She summoned the priests to build temples and infused into them the divine power of life. The disaster was miraculously tempered, and the embers of our civilization were preserved in Aru village. Alas, the miracle could not last. As long as forbidden knowledge continued to exist, it would forever blight this world. In the end, the proud king of the desert, my eternal lord, chose to sacrifice himself. I have spent my whole life since guarding one of these many temples. But now, my duty is coming to an end. As I close my eyes for the final time, the sight of that noble deity will appear in my vision once more. In helping King Deshret to eradicate forbidden knowledge, she exhausted her strength, and her form became that of a small child. How strange. Now that I think of her, I no longer have any fear of death, for I sense that the spirit of life will abide with me during my eternal sleep. Children of the desert, cling no longer to past grievances, but hold tight to the memory of this act of benevolence.
What was that?
The priest's memories.
No, impossible.
Greater Lord Rukkhadevata.
But...
Was that?
You might be You've just
The surviving followers of King Deshret all gathered, and King Deshret's... We saw her as nothing more than a traitor.
You were blinded by your prejudice.
How could I ever begin?
Raman, give it a rest. You're
My Aramites.
Hey, how you doing?
Well, I should probably go.
What's your next move gonna be?
Oh, I know. But please.
It's not gonna...
Well, I guess that's for me to deal with.
When would be a good time?
Tomorrow, and I'll return.
You seem to finally understand that...
Yes.
That must have been rough. But
Ramon's no fool. It's too bad he was held back by his belief in King Dash.
The outcome, at least...
we should get going too. Let's head. Sino, we're leaving.
Stop yelling.
Raman?
Everything's been arranged.
I guess all I can...
Yeah, don't mention. But we...
Where are the perpetrators?
I'll bring you to them.
So these are the people who kidnapped the village keepers.
Oh no, it's the scribe!
There's no need to yell. No one can...
We've been all over the
That's right.
General Mahamatra? No, no!
Whoa. The moment they...
You should have known.
Wait, we were just...
No, not Sino!
I could do.
Please have...
Start talking.
So, your superior...
They...
Don't play dumb. They extract divine canned knowledge.
Well, you better start talking or you...
You don't want to make things any more difficult for yourself, do ya?
Be my guest.
Uh-huh?
How did you know?
There's no use hiding it now. Yes, you're right. The Academia is working on an important and potentially world-changing... It may seem as if the withering of Irminsul has been getting worse recently. The sages have tried everything they could think of, but nothing's worked. I'm always hearing them say things like...
Continue.
And then, someone from the Fatuk, the doctor, was previously expelled from the Academia. At first, the sages looked down at him in disdain. But when he asked them...
This is what the air...
First, the Academia spent... After that, with the doctor's help, and the Akasha next...
It adds up.
But how do you determine whether the knowledge...
Call it an educated guess? Nobody can explain the cause of this phenomenon. Surely you can... If it's knowledge, no more...
You must have noticed, it is as if they are cursed with a desire for some organism. This is...
Then what does Lesser... Is she not a...
From the beginning, when the Academia... They found that at the time... Not to mention, slowly but surely...
So...
All right, let's... Raman, give me...
Sure.
The village keepers you found have all...
Yeah. Hey! Say something! Stop spacing out!
Come on, is there...
Or...
Oh, Prime...
Do you have any plans, Traveler?
God's above, you're not talking about work, are you?
So you were still withholding...
even though we lived through all of this firsthand, it's...
What a whirlwind of a story.
It seems like there'll be...
Still, now...
It's time to make...
Indeed.
So,
Crush the sages and rescue our god.
Well, let's brainstorm a little more about what other...
The next time we gather here, we must have a solid plan.
Yep, it'll work out for sure.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory?
Candace, we're here! Has everyone arrived?
everyone is already waiting.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's join...
Please. Wait a moment. Before attending the...
What do you need?
Promise me that you...
What do you think?
Okay.
Everyone's here so early!
We already discussed things a bit.
Hey, where have you been?
Are you ready?
Very well.
Are you sure this is gonna work?
I gotta admit.
The point of discussion is to arrive...
You're finally done.
I have some other stuff. Come on, don't get...
That's what I wanted. Well, Traveler, Paimon, judging from your expressions, then...
You can tell?
I'm not that good at scheming or strategy. To be honest.
Candace gave...
Your deeds speak for them.
Candace,
I'm very glad to hear. I've said the same. Only when you're safe can the plan be... You're welcome. Good luck.
Sounds good.
Okay.
I'll hit them!
Have you finished saying your goodbye?
Yeah!
Yes, she did. Our plan is not... I hope this is clear to you.
Huh?
Didn't we already...
You can never have enough...
In that case, Candace can cuddle you to your... We all have our jobs to do, after all.
Of course. But the advantage of... Just think about that mercenary who lost...
Well?
I'm not like the...
This guy.
Do you remember the record we saw in the King Deshret ruins? It mentioned forbidden knowledge. You have a good memory. Forbidden knowledge, I think. But the come to think of it, the Withering. Elazar.
But, at least, wait a second.
Ah.
But if that's the case...
Wait. Why do you think...
You mean, it's related to...
In that case, it's imperative that we rescue Lesser... To make sure we're still on track, I would like to...
Where are we going?
To an Eremite base. They're here.
Huh? What?
I gave them some...
Ah, it's the scribe. And is that the traveler I see?
How's the work going?
Ah, yes! We have fixed the devices according to your instructions. One of them is already ready.
Aren't those devices?
Look here.
Huh?
What's that look on your...
Paimon's a little scared, but...
That's an... Anyway, we're not going to... As I mentioned during the meeting, this traveler... I want you to record something into this cap. Do you believe we can save Lesser Lord Kus? Good. Now, please get...
You want us to record our
Yes.
Paimon...
I understand. Because, to achieve this impossible task...
Paimon can see the point you're trying to make.
Imagine this. We have orchestrated everything went without a hitch. Now, open your eyes. Here.
What's this?
Read it out loud. It's done.
Is your head okay? Does anything hurt?
It's just a recording.
But... what?
And that's perfectly...
Huh?
Have you forgotten? Our plan needs to... You may find it hard to believe, but for those people... Imagine if you've been after all that... A slave to order, and that's why rules... In addition... You could say that...
Things you're interested in?
Anyway, I'm going to take those two to...
Small
We're going to tinker with the...
I thought we agreed on a
The plan is to...
But it's still the best plan we have.
I did.
Huh? Why are you guys arguing?
My friend, you're
We agreed to work... Had I known all...
Look, you already know that...
Mercenaries place a lot of importance on their bonds of friendship. But also...
Seems you really do on...
Traveler, Paimon. This is also something you should know. Ramon's plan is to have me work with the Caravan Reebok guards, in my capacity as a...
Wait! How can we work with the guards?
We can't get through that wall easily. My plan will clear us of any
That also sounds...
Doesn't Al-Haytham know how deep...
Of course he does. He also said that I never blindly trust it.
If I make the arrests alone, I can control myself and prevent to make the whole thing more... I'm okay with it.
I can't believe a Matro would actually care about us. I've lived a hard life, and I can sit...
I've always treated my...
Now you're making this hard for me.
Hey, is there something we can do to help?
I knew you would say that.
We can help fight some some of the mercenaries, which should reduce the number of...
Sino, we have no fear of casualties. Because we crave...
Well, now that... But remember, you need to follow the plan and not do anything, since you and I both...
Okay.
The guards should be stationed in the courtyard nearby. You can find them there. Guards!
General Mahamatra! To what do we owe the honor?
Keep your voice. This is a secret operation.
Ah, of course. But who exactly?
They're a squad of air mites.
As many as Ainal Ahmar.
Then I suggest that you...
Got it. Please wait a moment. I'll contact them immediately.
Because this is work. Because I try...
Paimon Camp, aren't you even if that guard that...
We discussed this.
The Caravan Rebot operation is of great importance. But don't worry.
How can you be so
First, the other Matra still don't know why Sino has left, which proves that the Academia has been... Second, this is a crucial moment for the Academia's god, no matter how you look at it.
A reasonable
Which brings us to our next issue. I'm sure some of you have been wondering if the prediction...
The Akasha is still in operation. So I'm actually...
I've given that a lot of thought. If you remember, when you first came to Aru Village, all your actions and routes were predicted by the Akasha. It even gave that information to those who kidnapped the village keepers. But things like that...
That's true. But what...
Look at it from a different angle.
Because my personal data has been entered into the Akasha.
That's true. But haven't you ever...
Because the Akasha...
The Academia... By sorting and analyzing entered data, the Akasha... However, at the risk of sounding like an advocate for foul... Emotions are part... Sino, in the past, you've always worked alone. In the absence of another person who could sway you or your thoughts, the decisive and principled, you were used to solving problems alone. That's why the Akasha could figure you out. But now... Our thoughts and logic have intermingled. The Akasha lacks... So...
Makes...
I guess there are things that even the Akasha cannot calculate. And people will not be forever...
Paimon's so glad that...
Next time...
Will do.
Just remember to stay vigilant.
Footsteps!
General Mahamatra! We were not expecting your presence here. I'm the security.
This is my assistant, the Traveler. He will be working with me. The
What a great honor to meet you. Your golden hair is as bright as...
Have you made a decision regarding the matter I mentioned to your...
It seems to be a dire situation, so...
There's no need for flattery. Take your most elite platoon...
Understood. Hurry, bring the map!
In 2 days. Any questions about the time?
None at all, sir.
Good.
Yes, sir.
Maybe hanging around the General Mahamatra isn't so bad after all. Everyone's so respectful towards us.
This is all due. Get ready.
Osmanthus what?
Time for the operation!
Wait a moment.
It's you.
You're my assistant, remember? Being my assistant, you must stay with me. Now let's head over.
It's General Mahamatra and his assistants.
We meet again.
You're here early.
It's to show how important we think the operation is. Since this is a big case...
I'm glad to hear they are our...
Understood.
Everyone! The Eremites are approaching from the west!
Make preparations and be ready for combat. Halt!
Oh? What a warm welcome! What do you want? Judging from those...
Rahman. The Academia has caught wind of your smuggling and illicit sales. If you value your life,
Who are you supposed...
I'm not here to...
Nobody's given me this much time of day since I became a merc... Brothers! For that's...
Incoming! With sword comes shadow. Hey! Speed of light!
Gather!
Don't blink! Hey! Nowhere to hide. Incoming. Don't blink.
Stabilize! This is order!
Cut to the chase. Incoming.
It's over.
We have subdued them. The operation is now over. All Eremite mercenaries and related personnel in...
You pit... King Deshret will cut...
Silence!
Oh!
Yes, sir!
Mahamatra Sino, I will now take my leave. If you...
Understood. You are dismissed.
There they go.
Let's talk elsewhere.
This part of the plan went...
Yes.
That's and that punch you get...
Once we're done here, I'll return to Car...
Yeah.
Go join up with her.
Speaking of which, is it really okay...
I have a very close relationship with Tainari. Given how well we know each other, I believe my message alone should be enough to bring him to our side. He knows I won't make jokes about things like this. If we need help, get ready for the next...